Welcome. My name is Rachel, and this channel is Activerachelanne. Yes, you clicked on the right video. If you are not a part of my family here on YouTube, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and you can be a part of our family too. If you like this video and you like the content that I bring to you and deliver, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Go 110% and plus it, and then just give me a nice little comment down below so I know that you care. But if you don't have anything nice to say, you shouldn't say anything at all. So in that case, I'm not taking any negative comments. Just letting you know. Alright, so before I get into my weigh-in results for today, I want to tell you what the topic of today's video will be. The topic today is going to be discussing the scale. You heard me right. The scale. That's the thing that you step on for a measurement of your weight. And I know that we've all heard this topic before about the scale is just a tool. It's not a true measurement of success. It doesn't define you. But sometimes the thoughts just creep right into my head, and I give that scale a little bit more power than it deserves, because it is just a tool. And it doesn't measure who I am and where I'm going and the success I've had and the failures I've had and all the non-scale victories either. It's just a tool. But, like I said, I'm not perfect, and sometimes I give the scale a little more power than it needs, especially when I know I'm not on track that week. So, that's going to be the topic. We'll go ahead and get into that topic, but first, let me tell you my results on the scale. Look at those beautiful roses. I plucked those from my garden. I'm going to put them on my desk so I have something pretty to smell and look at every morning and every day at work. So today's weigh-in results is that I'm up 3.8 pounds, people. I'm kind of in shock, but kind of not, but kind of in shock. Back to the video. Alright, so let's talk about the scale. Now, first of all, I want to apologize for this video. I'm like driving right into a rainstorm. The clouds are really thick and dark, so I'm losing the light of day, and I apologize. But, so the scale this week, it kind of freaked me out. I had a really salty meal where I made this homemade mac and cheese, and I knew it was going to be salty. By golly, I used like almost 6 cups of cheese in a 9 by 13 inch pan meal. But to my shock, the following day I had like a 6-pound gain, and I know it was all water weight, and I know that it was going to be coming off later as the week went by, but for some reason it really freaked me out, and I blame the scale. Now, I know, again, like I said before, the scale doesn't define who I am. The scale doesn't tell me that I'm a good person or a bad person, or that I'm doing the right or wrong things. The scale just tells me a number, right? But for some reason, I almost just don't even want to go close to the scale because I'm not ready to hear the results of my actions, of what I did to create an increase or decrease on the scale. Now, of course, I'm all willing to see if that scale goes down, but I'm not willing to see when it goes up, and I don't like that. Another iTrack Bites ambassador, if you don't know what iTrack Bites is, it's an app that I use to track my weight loss, and I'm an ambassador for their program. We have a fellow ambassador. Her name is Brianna, and her handle is Diva in the Divine. She recently bought a scale that goes by colors. So when she's on a trend of losing, it gives her a certain color. And then when she's maintaining, or on a trend of maintaining, it gives her a different color. And then when she's on the upswing or gaining, trending that way, it gives her another color. So she doesn't have any numbers on her scale, but yet she's able to take the anxiety and the worry off her shoulders by seeing colors instead. And I thought, well, it's kind of a neat idea. Although if I was losing, I probably would want to know how much I'm losing. And if I'm gaining, I may not want to know the weight I'm gaining, but I definitely would want to know how much I would need to curb my eating habits so that I would see a loss the following week. So, I don't know. it's a neat idea, nonetheless, to think outside the box and know that there's other options out there for the scale, which is a tool. But for me, I guess I just have to be more kind to myself and tell myself that I am going to have weeks that I gain. I am going to have weeks that I lose. And when I have a week that I gain, I shouldn't be down on myself. I just need to accept it and know that I'm going to fluctuate. That this journey is not a straight line down journey. It's going to have fluctuations. And am I on 100% each week and doing my best each week with my eating? I can tell you honestly, no. So then I shouldn't even have a concern when I see a gain, because I know directly what it's related to. It would be the weeks if I was on point and on track and did everything right and I still saw a gain. Those weeks would be really difficult for me. But currently, I'm not at that point where I am on point and doing this plan 100%. And so I need to, and I say this in every video, is pick up the pace and get my butt in gear and just do the thing, do the right thing, track the foods the right way, be mindful of what I'm eating, and choose to be healthy consistently and not just a few days of the week right before weigh-in day, which I think is what I'm doing. So all that to say, hang in there. The scale, again, is just a tool. It measures a number, not success. It measures a number and doesn't define your worth. And that's it. Just keep that in mind. I have to keep it in mind, so I'm asking you to keep it in mind. And then if you can keep it in mind, then help me to keep it in mind. Remind me. That would be helpful. All right, so if you follow me on Instagram, make sure that you give me a wave and say hello. Thank you for following me on Instagram. I'm also known there as Activerachelanne, so you can find my account easily there too. I do a lot of daily little mini vlogs in the Instagram stories. Those are fun to watch. And then also, I also have been doing a video series with iTrack Bites. So if you look up iTrack Bites, it's the letter I, the word track, T-R-A-C-K, Bites, B-I-T-E-S, all one word on YouTube. Then you can see some other videos and other content that I put out there. So let me know if you go to iTrack Bites YouTube page that I sent you, and let me know that you're there from this channel. So you say hi and give me a wave and give me a comment. That would be helpful. All right, guys, so I will see you next week. We'll find out what the topic will be next week when it happens. And in the meantime, be kind to yourself. Put a Post-it note on your scale. Maybe that's what I should do. This is just a number. This doesn't define you. And let's all get after it next week for sure, or this coming week. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.